Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How are you guys feeling today? I hope you are excited and ready to dive into some poetry. So welcome to our poetry teaching video. My name is Chalila and I'm excited to share our lesson with you today. We will be exploring the use of nouns in the beautiful poem How Do I Love Thee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Before we jump into the lesson, let me introduce the team behind this video. We have Muhammad Raditya Hakim, who is our video editor. Also, Cynthia Nabila Pauramudita and Depta Putriana Alfiano, who both organize our teaching material today. And I'm Chalila Alilatul Bariza. I will be presenting the material and guiding you through our lesson. So, are you ready to start? Okay, let's dive in together.
Alright, first, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of the poem How Do I Love Thee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning before? Take a moment to think about it. If you have, feel free to drop a comment below with what you know about it. So, How Do I Love Thee is a poem that expresses deep and sincere love through vivid and powerful imagery. Elizabeth Barrett Browning uses a variety of nouns to describe the extent of her love. In today's lesson, we will focus on these nouns, understand their meanings, and learn how to use them effectively in our own sentences. Next, I'm going to recite the poem How Do I Love Thee as we begin our exploration. As you listen, take notes and try to identify as many nouns as you can from the poem. Pay close attention as these nouns will be the focus of our lesson. Alright, let's dive into the poem together. How Do I Love Thee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and high my soul can reach, when failing out of sight, for the ends of being an ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need, by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with the passion put to use in my old griefs, and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. Okay, now that we have listened to the poem recitation, let's dive a little deeper into the language used by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. This poem is filled with carefully chosen nouns that paint a picture of profound love and emotion. By understanding these words, we can appreciate the layers of meaning she weaves into each line. In this next part, we will go over some of the key nouns from the poem. So are you ready? Let's dive into our first noun, ways. This word is often used when we are talking about methods or approaches. Let's see how it fits into a sentence. So the meaning is methods, manners, or paths to do something. For example, there are many ways to solve this problem. In Indonesia, ada banyak cara untuk menyelesaikan masalah ini. Next, let's look at height. You might be familiar with this word in terms of measuring how tall something is. Let's break it down with an example. So the meaning of height is the measurement of how tall something is from its base to the top. For example, the height of the mountain is 3,000 meters. In Indonesian, tinggi gunung itu adalah 3.000 meter. Now, moving on to sight, which is all about the ability to see or what we see. This noun can add a beautiful layer of description. Let's see it in action. So the meaning of sight is the ability to see or the act of seeing. Also refers to something that is seen. For example, The sight of the sunset was breathtaking. In Indonesian, pemandangan matahari terbenam itu sangat memukau. Let's continue with grace. This is one of those words that can make any sentence feel a little more elegant. It's often used to describe elegance and smoothness. So the meaning of grace is elegance, smoothness, or divine assistance. Also refers to a courteous goodwill. For example, she moved with grace during the dance performance. In Indonesian, dia bergerak dengan penuh keluasan selama pertunjukan tari. Now we come to candlelight. This word brings a warm, cozy feeling, and it's a beautiful way to describe a soft ambience. Let's explore it further. So the meaning of candlelight is the light produced by a candle, often associated with a soft, romantic, or warm ambience. For example, the room was lit by candlelight during the dinner. In Indonesian, ruangan itu diterangi oleh cahaya lilin selama makan malam. Our next word is right. This one has multiple meanings, from doing the right thing to having a right to something. It's a versatile word, so let's look at how it works. So the meaning of right is correct or just. Also refers to something that is morally or legally justified. For example, it's important to always do the right thing. In Indonesian, sangat penting untuk selalu melakukan hal yang benar. Moving on to praise, a word we use to show admiration or approval. This noun can add a positive note to any sentence. Let's dive into an example. So the meaning of praise is the expression of approval or admiration. For example, the teacher gave him praise for his hard work. In Indonesian, guru memberinya pujian atas kerja kerasnya. Our next noun is faith. This one is often linked with belief and trust, especially in a deeper personal sense. Let's see how we can use it. So the meaning of faith is strong belief or trust, often in religious or moral matters. For example, she has strong faith in her abilities. In Indonesian, dia memiliki iman yang kuat pada kemampuannya. Now, let's talk about bread. This is a simple yet powerful word, often used in expressions about life and energy. Here's how it looks in a sentence. So, the meaning of breath refers to the air itself that is breathed. For example, after running, he took a deep breath. In Indonesian, setelah berlari, dia menarik napas dalam-dalam. Finally, for the last noun word, we have death, a word that represents the end of life. It can bring deep emotion into writing, adding weight to the words around it. Let's look at an example. So the meaning of death is the end of life, the cessation of all biological function. For example, he was deeply affected by the death of his pet. In Indonesian, dia sangat terpengaruh oleh kematian hewan peliharaannya. Alright, that is the explanation about a chosen noun word that we have learned earlier. Now, it's time to test your understanding with a fun activity. We have prepared a crossword puzzle on word wall using the vocabulary words we just reviewed. Try to fill in the crossword by recalling each word's meaning and using what we have learned. Let's see how many you can get right.
Okay, to review, today we learned about some important nouns from How Do I Love Thee and practice using them in sentences. These nouns don't just carry meaning, Also, they create vivid imagery and express powerful emotions in poetry. I hope you enjoy exploring these vocabulary words and understanding how they contribute to the overall message of the poem. Thank you so much for learning together today. Once again, I'm Charila, and it was a pleasure to share this lesson with all of you. Have a wonderful day and see you in our next lesson.